All right, y'all, we're gonna make a Graze box. These are personalized Graze boxes. Some of you guys may know them as charcuterie boards, charcuterie boxes, but I like the name Graze, so that's what we're gonna use. So with any box, you're gonna need some type of carb. So I chose some crackers and croissants. You're gonna need some type of cheeses. I'm using just extra sharp cheddar, Havarti cheese, and brie. You're gonna need some type of olives, pickles, anything like that. I'm using jalapeno stuffed olives, and I'm going to use some strawberry fruit spread. I'm also going to use some honey roasted almonds because you do need some type of nuts. You're gonna need some type of fruit. You can do multiple types of fruit or just one. I'm using strawberries. Of course, you're gonna need some meat. I've chosen prosciutto, pepperoni, and some Applewood smoked deli turkey. And then of course you need some supplies. So we're gonna use these mini cups with lids. We're gonna also use some treat boxes, and then of course some parchment paper. And we're gonna get started. Let's go. Okay, so with any Graze box, you wanna prepare what you're gonna put into the Graze box before assembling the Graze box. So we're gonna start with our fruit. I have already washed and destemmed our strawberries. I have also kind of showed you what I'm doing. I'm just going to go ahead and just make about 3 slits into the strawberries like this. And this is just for presentation purposes. And once I make those 3 slits, I'm just going to kind of feather them out just a little bit, just so that you can, you know, see what's going on. And my hands are completely washed. This Graze box is for me, and it's for presentation purposes only. If I was making it for someone else, I would definitely have on gloves, just as an FYI. So please practice sanitary things in your kitchen. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just continue to cut our strawberries. Like I said, I'm just making about 3 slits, and then I'm just fanning them out just a little bit, and that's just for presentation, because the Graze boxes are all for presentation. All of it's gonna taste good, but you also want it to look good. So you just want that to be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the strawberries out the way. This does not take a long time at all, and we're gonna start cutting up some of our cheeses. So I have my Havarti cheese. It's in one big block. So I'm going to just open it up and just take out the amount that I think I'm going to need. And this should suffice, because like I said, it's just a one personal box, and this might be a little bit too much, but we're gonna see. And I'm going to go ahead and just chop this up into like bite-sized pieces that you can put on a cracker or just, you know, eat by itself. Havarti cheese is so good. I love Havarti, I love Munster, I love provolone, Swiss. I'm just a cheese person. But I don't eat a lot of cheese, but I do love cheese. I just don't eat a lot. So I'm just taking it and slicing it into bite-sized pieces. They're about this thin, and you can see it's not really big. So I'm gonna keep working on this. All right, so we got our Havarti cheese set to the side. Now I'm gonna go ahead and work on our brie cheese. Now, brie is a little bit different, and I'm gonna show you. So I'm unpackaging it, making sure I get all of the packaging off. So it comes in this little block. Now you want to be able to scoop brie cheese as opposed to just putting on a cracker, like the slices we just made. So what I'm gonna do is cut this right in half. And this is the edible part, not the outside. This is the edible part. But like I said, you want to be able to scoop it because it's a soft cheese. So what we're going to do is just create triangles, similar to like the Laughing Cow cheese. You just want to cut it so you can create the triangle effect. So that when you do eat it, you can just take a spoon and just scoop it out and put it on your cracker. Or on your croissant, depending on what you want to do. So I like this size, so I'm going to keep it this size. Now if you want, what we can also do is just take off the outside layer like that. it looks better like that, but I want to show you the both ways. I'm going to keep my outside layer off. So I'm just gonna slice that off. Take the outside layer off. It's a little bit left still on here, so I'm just gonna cut some more into that. There we go. But I am going to leave, show you, I am going to leave the back part of it on. So the top and the bottom is off, but the back part I'm going to leave on. We're gonna set that to the side, and I'm gonna do the rest for the other wedges I've cut. We're not gonna use all of this cheese. I'm just doing enough so that, you know, some pieces may fit better than the other. It's all about creativity here. There we go. And I'm gonna do one more piece. Now you can buy cheese slices already cut up if you want. A lot of the gourmet cheeses do not come like that, so you gotta do it yourself. But you can definitely buy some pre-sliced cheese. So we got that out of the way. We're gonna set that to the side. And then as you can see, my sharp cheddar, it already comes sliced, so we don't have to slice it. And now what we're gonna do is start working on our meat. So for our meat, I have already taken out the amount of pieces I want. I have 3 prosciutto, 4 pepperonis, and 3 pieces of turkey. And we're going to start assembling our box now because that's the only thing that we actually had to prepare. So let's go ahead and start assembling our boxes. Okay guys, so we have our box assembled. What I've done was just assemble the box. I've added some white parchment paper just to give it some contrast and to add reinforcement to the box when you place your ingredients inside. So what we want to do is first you want to start off with placing your containers. And when I say containers, I'm referring to this. So I have the clear plastic containers that come with the lid. I have placed my strawberry spread into that container. I have also placed my nuts into that container as well. So you want to place these appropriately. So I'm going to place them catty corner from each other. So I have my nuts over here and my jam over here. So now we have a base to work around, which is good because you don't want to just plop everything in there because it's all about presentation. That's what you want to make sure that you're focusing on. Some ingredients we may use, some ingredients we may not use. So what I like to start off with is the biggest items. And for me, that will be the croissant. So I'm going to put the croissant right there in the middle. So now I have all of this to work around. Now keep in mind, this is a small box, guys. So if you can see my hand pretty much fits over the entire size of the box. You want to make sure that you're having ingredients according to your box. So right now, I think I want to add some of our meats. I'm going to start off with our turkey. So for our turkey, what I want to do, it's all about presentation, guys. I'm just going to fold it up just a little bit and place it right next to these nuts. It takes time. You cannot get mad. You have to have patience with it because I want it to look beautiful. So I'm just folding it up. I'm going to put all of the turkey right next to each other. Making sure I'm creating some type of dimension and depth. That's the key, besides having, of course, you know, the presentation being on point. But you want to create some type of dimension and depth. So I told you guys I'm using 3 pieces of turkey. That's my third. So that's what it looks like so far. It's not done. You got to play with it. But I want to go ahead and add some cheese. So I'm going to add my Havarti cheese right next to that turkey because I want to give it something to kind of lean against. So I'm just adding that in there. And that looks good. Now we might have to go in and add more or take out some, but you will see as you go. And as you do this plenty of times, it'll get better and better each time. But that's what I want to do, is just continue to add some of the cheese There we go. Now, I want to add some fruit because we haven't added our fruit yet. I'm going to just place the strawberries stem side down. And I think it looks good right here. Now, I might change it. I don't know yet, but I do think it looks good right here. It's all about playing the field, guys. Playing the field. So now, I'm going to add some more meat. And I think I want to add my pepperoni this time. But I want my pepperoni to sit and have dimension as well. So I'm just going to fold the pepperoni like an accordion style, just so that it can look curled as well. And I can set it up next to each other. Because like I said, I want it to have dimension. Just folding it. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's the thing about these charcuterie boards. It does not have to be perfect. I love that about these boards. Well, Graze boxes, because I'm making a Graze box. But you get the drift. And I've used 4. Which is great. Alright, so now we still have olives, we have prosciutto, we have 2 types of cheeses, and we have crackers. Again, you don't have to use it all, guys, but we're going to try to use as much as possible. So what I want to do is I'm going to add some of my crackers right next to the pepperoni. I'm just going to set it up next to the pepperoni. Like that. And then I know I want to add our olives and I want to add some more cheeses. So since I want to add more cheese, I'm going to take my sharp cheddar just to give it some more color. And I'm going to set that up right next to it like that. Then I'm going to take my olives. I went ahead and put 2 olives on a toothpick. And I'm going to set that right next to it. So I'm going to use my prosciutto. Prosciutto is very, 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 very thin. So what I'm going to do is just layer it on top and roll it. And I'll show you guys what that looks like in just one moment as I set it up. So I layered it on top of each other. And I'm just going to try to squeeze it in next to these strawberries. Adding some more dimension again. And I have a little bit more room. And I think I want to add another strawberry just for color. Right next to this croissant. There we go. Okay, so this is what the Graze box looks like. I have not placed the tops on top of the jam or the nuts just yet. I'm going to show you how to package it on the outside, but this is how it looks. Oh my God, it's so tasty. But okay, let's go ahead and package the outside. I'm going to use some yarn or some tweed or whatever you want to call it. And what I'm going to do is place the box underneath. I'm going to use 2 pieces. So just making sure it's even. And I'm going to go ahead and just create a tie. And I'm going to do it twice so that it sticks. So that's what it looks like. That's the end product. It's good to go. You can hand it to your guests. This is the great thing about it. It's so beautiful. But yeah, this is what we done. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bon appetit. Go ahead and leave your suggestions or ideas down below. I love you guys and have a great day.